we go look at the issue of drug abuse. We camp rehabilitation center. We government pull and do this BNTM for kush addict them. Well, we can't talk on this particular issue again. I welcome with studio guests. We get Melrose Cummington, Minister of Social Welfare. Once more, good morning.
Good morning.
We also get with we Mohammed Ba, founder and executive director healthcare for the aged. We can talk about the medical aspect and the effect of kush intake. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Fambul. Good morning, 98.1.
Okay, so as I can say, ladies first, so I will start with the Minister of Social Welfare. Mel was coming to where they can talk about the ministry, the role as they get mandate and then they part of the interministerial committee where government be set up. And this committee make up of different government institutions. They will get their own different role where they play for address the issue of kush. And as we all know, this BNTM, the President, His Excellency Julius Madabio, declare kush as a public health emergency. We mean say the different ministry they don't get more work and for put more effort for ensure say kush left for disturb young people. Well, the Ministry of Social Welfare, they part of the interministerial committee with their own mandate now for rehabilitate victim them and for try for make sure say they integrate them back to society. People a wiki already don't take kush where they cannot be directly affected. How the ministry they do this rehabilitation and bringing them people back to society in a more sober and way and manner. That's how they use we could get the minister. Well, good morning, Madam Minister. But before we start for talk about on our role as the ministry in line with kush, we see the Ministry of Social Welfare also don't need to different activity them, especially where a camper engaging civil society and other community body them also. Take we through in terms of on our different recent activity them. When are some of them most recent activity with the ministry done the embark on?
Thank you very much. The ministry done the try for be transformative and for engage the citizens more, because not them will they work for and not them get for access way at the end of the day. Sure. Yes. So you get for engage them in everything where you do. And you know, say the Ministry of Social Welfare, the can you read the name, now everybody involved there. Women, youths, children, the disabled, everybody did it, even the drug addicts, you know. So more or less, it address vulnerability, especially vulnerability. People then we not get voice, people then we need support and help, they address them. So one of the first things we'll try for do, now forget a strategic plan, where they bring everybody on board. So we'll be get a national consultative conference where we'll bring everybody so that people then voice go day into the plan. You understand? So then the ownership go day. Then go be familiar with some of the things that way the ministry set itself for do for 5 years. So we don't do that strategic plan. In fact, they try to get a donor roundtable conference, because to me, now one of we resource mobilization tool. So if anybody come, it want for support vulnerable people, that plan they do, it go look them, they go see which area, you know, because most times with people, even partners, they can get confused as to waiting for do for vulnerable people. But if you have a clear plan, then go able for no say, if I want for deal with disability, this is the area, that kind of thing there. Then also we don't engage even the disabled community, because for example, where I come, there was a lot of chaos, you know, among them, say then they caught this, that, but I don't get series of engagements with them to a point that we don't agree for get the elections, and we don't agree say now an independent body, when a NEC, ECSL, now then they do the elections. So we be even come out with a communique, when that communique now they guide the process. So I'm really very happy that everybody commit to peace, because me believe say slowly when at the umbrella organization is very, very critical, and they get a role for play, because now they represent the rest of them. So if we not get a vibrant executive where they lead that process, the people then go left out. The commission day, but they need additional, like civil society. Now they use civil society than the way, you know, they work with government for make sure say the rest of the other people then get with itself. And also we don't engage way camp and the trafficking issues. Don't they engage with partners then for make sure say the support and the masses for let them able for understand say the issue of trafficking now a serious one and it dey erode human respect and it dey pull people them by their condition and people then get for use the right channel if they want for go out of the country. So all the engagements and they would don't they get them. We don't they engage even with the one day we don't they come back home because you see we can see them on social media and government don't they work with partners for bring boku of them come back home. Una where the monitor social media una don't they see that and when they come back home, what is the next phase? The law we will get on human trafficking don't make them very clear. Say we get for support them. So very recently we launched a trust fund where they come for support, both the one the way they can and the one the way get potential for go out for able make sure so we target them communities then they and give them support so people then go get hope, And President Bio don't do a lot, including the 5 big game changers, the plan, the plan of the country. So we they encourage people them for let them look out for opportunities, rather than for take risky ventures for left the country. So all of the areas then they would only engage, and all the under my ministry.
So in terms of all the things that you don't talk about transformation, we don't happen at the Ministry of Social Welfare. Now I'll go to the main cause of what to make you there on the issue of drug abuse and the Rehabilitation Center, where explicitly now the Ministry of Social Welfare, the mandate, where they speak to directly on this particular issue.
Well, Ministry of Social Welfare, like how the drug and substance abuse now is social menace, now a social problem. So if now a social problem, then we have a critical role for play because we don't always know say the youth then are our most valuable assets. Yeah? Because these are the people we get for take over governance, take over, head of the country. So if we not pay attention to them in crisis time like this, then we get a big problem now we have. So as social welfare ministry, we they come in at a point where we they deal with the victims. But like I say earlier, we they work with other line ministries where His Excellency the President been done form the ministerial committee for look into this. As soon as this thing begin, it begin counter in notice. So we've been careful put ourselves together. Even before this in pronouncement, we don't begin get community engagements. In fact, now we able to get the first set of victims them who care go na the rehab center. And yanda na the rehab center would they make sure say we get all players, including the Ministry of Health, because now they get a big role for play. And some of them who cared and go, they were so frail, they needed medical attention. So we get with social workers when then they give the psychosocial counseling, psychotherapy, for able for get them off the drugs. We also keep them in an environment where secure. So we'll carry them go to PMTC, who will get the military, who side and the train, So then give we a lot of support in terms of ensuring that, they not try for escape because initially they will want try for escape, But where then CFCD can care and support where government they give through the medication and the 3 times daily feeding, what would be done they give them. Where some of them body, if you see them now, I go really want layer 98.1 get 1 or 2 of them for come and can tell Fambo then how they feel about then day one day.
Not so perhaps the feeding good because Motama need them, but these are people with them don't addict to drug and kush nothing we perhaps that wouldn't don't take I wouldn't explain nothing we are at for left. Whose role will they play for ensure so then people are within at this place they left the kush and also they rehabilitate to society we no go affect their health and well-being.
Now they tell you so. I say, in the first place, that make we pull them out. We carry them go to a secure place where one, they not get access to the drug again. And secondly, we not allow anybody for visit them. When the thing really starts, it been tough because when they get the urge for go back, then they misbehave, then they holler, then they waiting. But at that time, the Ministry of Health safe day, then give them some medication where they calm them down. Then enter into that phase of counseling, psychotherapy, when are the social workers then you roll down, they for able for take them through different sessions, where they pull their mind off the drugs. Then they also get recreational facilities. Then they play football, then they do other things, then drama, So it engage and occupy their mind. Once then they in that environment, when they know they get the drugs again, in a matter of time. They also do some screening for some of them because of the drug, then we get some mental issues. Because this drug here, even where the Minister of Health been they explain at the town hall meeting, he able for make people they understand. Say the drug they affect your brain. So some of them and they will be get a referral pathway. We'll get for take them to the Kisi mental home. Where they safe now they then the day they able get the kind care where they supposed to get. But the addiction, then one the way deep and the addiction, we need for left the drug, then at the center.
How much will they talk about?
Well, now 50 will be 52. That will be care good day. As they say, some of them will be get for make a referral for them. So we are 1 or 2 they will escape the beginning of them. But when the security then puts the guard in place, we end up with 40 where then stay, and in fact they not be get too much pressure. The security not be get too much pressure again because then be they respond to the kind of support where they get.
So in terms of addiction, when you talk about addiction, how the center can able assess and know how well they are addicted before they know the kind of treatment or psychological support before beginning them?
Addiction a bad thing. And they get the urge. Then they get the urge that when they want smoke, some of them when they not get the things, they throw up. Some of them they cry. It gets different way they affect different people, when that addiction don't depart, where you get that urge day. So then be able to know say that the drug they want, you understand? And some of them they wild. In fact, them broke some glass themselves. Some of them bust ceiling where they want escape. It been really tough. Addiction a tough thing for able handle. Now I really appreciate the social workers and all the one that we put the medical team, because we been get a medical team that the Ministry of Health put a medical team in place where they get the medication where they give them for let them calm.
So, Madam Minister, getting these people that coach victims to this rehabilitation center, how is it done? Is it a willing process, or when I get team the way they out, where they see them and take them they forcefully?
Well, really now willing process, because even then one then they go then register. Even now while they talk to you, so we get up to 300. We don't register in our office because we don't make them public. Say people can come register, and then the team the way they do the assessment, because also some then they were in addiction, some then they will just don't begin. Then one day they will just don't begin a drop-in center. Then they come and make sure say that they can daily. Then they can get support, counseling. They quick for come up and but the addicted one then they go in another center because they need more care. They need more support than the one that we just don't begin. And parents then they cow them back. So when the parent and they cow them, will they counsel them, and in the process the social workers then they do their assessments.
Okay, continue for day with me in case you just join me inside this edition of the program. Good morning, Salo. You listen to Melrose Cummington, Minister of Social Welfare, where they talk about drug abuse rehabilitation center. How the ministry don't they play the young part for say young people who don't become addicted to kush, tap for take kush in the country, and this all public health emergency now one where they go able areas. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Musa.
And inside the program we come to we other studio guest winner Mohamed Esba, founder and executive director of healthcare for the aged, and now medical experts. We can take we through we don't the sort in concern or in comments them on we issues that we discuss, especially with drug addicts and within the need as addicts them from the medical standpoints. Good morning once more and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning, everybody in Arilio land. Good morning, 98.1.
We talk about drug addiction and also rehabilitation center. From a medical perspective, somebody where they in a rehabilitation center, what kind of medical care would they talk about where you go need?
Well, first and foremost, let me almost say drug addiction, na disease. and something where if you don't become too much addicted, even if the drug they damage you, you dey get the urge for go continue for take am. So now a whole set of treatment we then get for give, and also I don't go able for can't tell you say a particular treatment because as a mortal man we different. Some people and they give them this set of treatment, then the other people and they able to take this set of treatment. But waiting me see now this drug business, it's not really easy for the drug enforcers then. And I can always say like Kush, the addiction rate like where you jack one jack, it will take you like 3 months it did to you. So imagine you don't smoke Kush for something like 2 to 3 years. So it's not really easy. And the medical effect will get one I can see them foot in the swell. That is we call them venous stasis. Now another consequence, that is the valve within your heart, they pump the blood, but it stop. So when the blood stop for pump, the foot and the swell, you get numbness na your foot. So now you can make them the boss. When them boss, waiting the commodity, tough or maggot. So at times, part them get for cut your foot, or later you get heart problem. So the drug addiction at this country very high like Kush, and I can always say the mixture for Kush is very dangerous. You know, people that use tramadol, all man concentrate on Kush, but tramadol is very bad, and it give heart attack, it give stroke, it affect your digestive system, and also it make you become sleep. People all concentrate on this Kush, we left tramadol, and tramadol now, according to a survey we can do, out of 20 young men, 10 they take tramadol. So now, Madam Minister, we don't engage them a lot, and of course I tell and thank you today because it help, it try for put you together also for we organization them for local together because we dey under them. But the drug effect in this country is very high. Like when they take you go to the center, I witness the first people who then go there. They be so violent. They be so violent because of the drug addiction they in them. And one thing what they advise, Madam Minister, like after they don't come out, they get about 6 boys the way healthcare for the aged they take care of. Like we get in our community, phobia exists a day. We they put them together, we talk to them. Then also like we get one who then call per alpha, we provide for an 2 million, go buy for an tools. Now be fine mechanic. It make generator. So don't get an Andy, we go left hand to the mechanics then. As I talk to you so now, I'm not going to tell you 100% you don't left because drug addiction have thing with very, easy, very expensive. So now you can make you see people in the left arm go to call relapse. Then the left hand then go back. Then me always they advise the family members then. First and foremost, before ever you begin to pull your heart by picking, you get for read about the drug. Drug addiction is very high and it hard for left. Because of person can commodity, then you go back, may heart no spoil. I get one patient who I be the see about 2 weeks ago. Now Moab community. Because of them they cause all man they talk pana, he end up getting for go take knife, wear and in truth, pass himself off. Then go to an account hospital, do post-mortem. Now he himself because of society not be able to accept them again.
Now, then they take them go to rehabilitation centers. You get from the minister. It say they get 50, but then to escape, then get some of them na the Kisi mental home or teaching hospital. Somebody within a rehabilitation center for drug abuse. What are the steps them we for take for get them back to society?
Well, first and foremost, you get for talk to them. When you don't talk to them, you explain them, and the person get for willing. You get for willing say, I want for left this drug. And also, you get for no say, this drug, it affects me. As long as you get them 2 things, because whatever drugs you give somebody where they take, whatever medication you give somebody they take drug, if the person not get the willingness for left this drug, easy for them. So the first thing we can do, we able to talk to them, we put them on medications, like I previously say, they're all not equal in terms of medication. Okay, we put them down, we give them medication. As then they continue for take the medication, how they improve. Okay, either continue or we discontinue. Like how our minister said that 3 times a day food is very, very important. Because most of them, when you don't take the kush, it make you lose appetite. You know they're able for it. You know they get energy. So if you find out now, most of the people when they take this kush, 60% of them are always they say this. I can talk back in the media. In 5 years' time, we get for loss over 50% of them because this kush business, as I talk to you, so even yesterday night we come out, we say, Lord, go do your own survey, people and they still where they in this drug way, would they try, would they go to police station, would they tell the police them let them try for stop this thing? Because now how then they do, then they say buy and go. Because we say buy now, not today again for smoker. So we make then before I start, we make the arrest about 2 people. As to go there, so I tell them, I say I want kush. And the man say, well, now buy and go, not to buy and smoke. So we go inside, we make like say they buy like 5. Now if I don't go up, now na 10,000 leones for one. So we get for buy the one, or buy the police then come inside with them plain clothes, we make an arrest. So this drug business now very, very expensive thing and they need a lot of resources because the medication very, very expensive.
Still in relation to the kush, and just listen to your reports, we say you signed a performance contract with President Bill, and part of a performance contract that the issue for Fed kush in the country. And earlier, my colleague earlier asked you about the interministerial committee. According to the performance contract, that either they implement or they foresee the 6 billion new loans couple for sake of defense against kush na the interministerial committee. Either or, now na the implement them or na this oversee the implementation of this 6 billion according to the performance contract. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Before I come to that proper, I'll be one for say something where my brother just talk about.
Right.
We say the kush it don't dear.
Okay.
Because originally we didn't start at 5,000, remember? The reason why it don't dear now because government's body there, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Police, NDLA, and even then, then they try for disrupt the supply chain. And says demand and supply. Once the supply not they come, the people that we want them, the price they go up because they boku again. All man don't afraid. For la put and just simple. All man don't afraid. And me they tell people they say they're supposed for afraid because the president or the vice president, all man don't talk say anybody with a catch where you they sell the kush. No say no more. Bail not there for you. Because waiting do you na a killer. So you na a murderer. Because all the young people the way they die, you na the one where they kill them. And we know where you na murderer, waiting now the consequences of that. So now make people then don't the thing don't scarce at the market. So 10,000, it go up back.
Okay. So look at this 6 billion. We according to performance contract and the tracker, they either oversee or they implement the interministerial committee for fight against drug addiction at the country.
Yeah, when for oversee for the rehab center and also the community engagements where we don't do with NDLA and even the Ministry of Information at some point for support because then self na part and for support the information sharing. We even be careful get a time we'll put a whole video together so that it will continue for educate the masses about what they happen. It's an expensive venture. My brother been talking just now. Very, very expensive
Very
venture.
expensive, but 6 billion new loans is about trillion in old loans. Now, how would they use this?
That billion then in all loans.
So I'm going to the performance. I go by the performance contract NLE and new loans according to the performance contract.
No,
6 billion.
It's not mistake, Andy.
Okay, so now we look at the 6 billion as whether old or new loans. How would they open use this money for support the necessary body them way they for ensure say they're able to support the fight against the kush addiction at the country?
So that money then are like a drop in the ocean where you dey talk about fighting to push 6 billion millions, because even the Freetown self wey we don establish e not able to address all things.
So in other
Not
words,
to talk about upline. As we dey speak now, we all know say His Excellency the President don form the drug and substance abuse task force, where he don't even appoint the lead for that, Professor Fodesa. Now him get for lead am. So the approach where His Excellency and the government want for take na leka ufet corona and Ebola, because na a national concern where you see it don't even declare a state of emergency. So it dey expect say as a national concern, government care for put money and partners as well, development partners. Now I make Saturday we will be get the ceremony for the discharge of the first Kush people there. In the statement, I did talk to the development partners and say this not a national call from no less a person than His Excellency the President, because a human security concern. Because at the end of the day, all the programs and plans where the government don't put in place, we will know say it gets a youth face, whether not for feed Sierra Leone or whether not for create the 50,000 jobs, or whether not for how you call and say the education, human capital development. Every one of them get a youth face. If we not save the youth, even then the development partners where they come for put money for make sure say we roll out them here, you know the work.
so Madam Minister, the financial support we talk about, you describe them as a drop in the water. Is it that you try for say that not even go start for solve any of the problem? It will come
No, it starts for solving, but we say they say we in the mention say the holistic approach. 6 billion loans, than are old loans. It's not the new loans, old loans. Now at the talk. For rehab no more. You understand? If you want to take the country, my brother then I will don't begin talk already. When you look at the health, then you look at the psychosocial support, then you look at the community engagement. Because I remember where the Minister of Information, where we all get the town hall meeting, which the Honorable Vice President go open that town hall meeting. The people then will go, because now a national conversation now we go get, so that people then voices go there, let people then really talk frankly how they see the effect, how it forgo. They were emphasizing community engagements. And one thing about this push, it not spare even a village. I am telling you, it's all over the place.
Okay.
So to even engage the community alone, that in itself now one thing. Not to talk about the one the way the traffic come, you get the border control, then you of course where you can now to the rehab and reintegration. Because right now, as I tell you, that's why Agbewo don't pull Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. They have to make sure that these ones who don't drop off from university, they have to go back.
Okay.
Basic education, therefore make sure say the one that will come out school, we get the SS2, SS3 as a result of this drug, they have to go back to school. So all of that program then also.
Okay, you can talk more about the reintegration aspect of this whole rehabilitation center in the whole of Ministry of Social Welfare. At this time, I bring in Mohammed Ba, founder and executive director, healthcare for the aged. We don't talk from the medical angle on the effect we could get to young people that are involved in. If you don't give your input about the changes in terms of price and all that in them, but we think will be general assessment on the seriousness for the government address the issue of kush intake and other drug them, because we see the main government body when are NDLA don't make one thing clear, say they get so many challenges. I mean, for start for do the work. And we see government is being to also make a public health emergency declaration. With all of them things, you think the government is in the right direction on addressing this whole issue?
Yeah, government in the right direction. Then they try, they don't do their own, and want to them for do more, then for add more resource for fight this kush. And me, they always advise the people who they take them, because now they're not the victim. The earlier you get treatments for drug addiction, the better you're able for cure.
The more resources we talk about, lay more emphasis in which area exactly?
Well, let me just say the community level.
Okay.
At least let them take people in from the community where they able to identify the people. And if not small stipend, then go they give them, go talk to them and get them social workers then. go in a community. Not to everybody go able to in that center. Not to everybody go able to go there. When they talk about people we don't be affected over something like 5 to 6 or 20,000. Now the social welfare and others then don't treat something like 40 people. So the need for good community level, the need for arrest the borders, the need for talk to the lab technicians. Because make you always say we get people in a this country way, then can make any kind of medicine. Let me just say, like the kush in itself, not too that damage. But when you mix them with those substances, they are like methanol, use formalin, or they use for preserved diamond, and they even use arata poison. That have something like fish, like they use cell tox. And if you take down the oil, it go affect the brain. So then therefore try and talk to the people and where they count some drugs them, and also then go able for monitor. As I talk so, even yesterday we will come back and net. People and then now then they take relief and they take a 8. They say for let them feel high. So this now a fight way not to 1 year, not to 2 years. Now something like we get 10 years for eradicate some of them it's in there. And I can always say the earlier you go for go take the treatment, the better is for you. Because you don't take drug for more than 6, Lord just say 3 to 4 years. What they see now? Kush, I can say, don't kill past Corona and Ebola combined. But we know they take better record of them.
So how you know that? And based on waiting where you get do this assessment or say this?
Well, we get assessments what they do, and just my community, I can tell you say that way, yeah.
Okay, make it clear on how you get this result for say Kush don't kill past Corona and Ebola.
Yeah, Kush don't kill past Corona and Ebola because every 2 days we will get about 3 to 4 people who they die out of Kush. Now the whole country. The people in the field say na Sierra Leone no more. Now yeah, the Kush business. Right now I just come on a one village on Sunday where they call man or Seradu. I go there after Kaila on the street. So I be ask them about this Kush business. I say, but people in there already take Kush. That's about 30 something miles from Kaila on town. And they say, well, all sign of this county they take Kush. We not go far, we see somebody they will die with Kush. We go to another village, Mapup to village. People and then they die. But the problem with not able to take enough statistics for them people they die. Whilst Corona now, with Ebola they are recorded. Okay. But there were people and they die. You can just go meet people and no more city council go take them, police go take them.
So continue for the with Madam Minister, see the shake the way Mr. Bad again. The view for say Kush shake pass Ebola.
No, Mr. Bad is statistics now.
Pass Ebola and Corona, but they shake it for decline, so you know agree to that.
No.
Okay.
I agree say people then they die when they take them. But I also believe say some death then they not get for do with Kush. And people that will die per Ebola. Where we all done in this country. Corona better, they not die better. But Ebola, where they wipe off one whole family, host left nothing all the day. Okay. That statistics.
So let we look at the rehabilitation center. You say when I don't left some don't go out, right? When I be done the fourth one they don't come on. How now they follow up on the rehabilitation when they don't go back in communities them?
Okay, thank you very much. I think a very important question this, and now one of the things that we make a can also. So like how you say no more rehabilitation for try for bring the people them back to normalcy, bring them back because these are people who don't they take drugs like how my brother be mentioned for a period of time where don't affect them. Some they don't even give them mental issues. Is that the one that we addicted, they don't then at the center and we don't separate them from the drug for nearly 2 months, and we don't monitor them. The experts then now they now talk say they why they know because something the way they do when they can at the center, like how my brother said violence, this and that, some man not they even eat. When they take that drug, then they eat. Then begin for eat now, the urge, they die upon them. I agree with them when you say relapse kid, like when you pull them out now. So all that the government consider them. So where they don't certify and say then why are they okay for go back and continue reintegration. than for bring them back into society, because me and you know say someday we be in school, college, we drop off, we need for go back. I make this rehabilitation center really, really important, because waiting do you then need for work with the victims and quick for let them go back, because you know go left them, so they either die or then be waste to not only their families but also to the country. So we don't rehabilitate them. In fact, the ceremony will be Saturday. Her Excellency the First Lady na go grace and for giving you motherly advice as the mama of the nation, and crack down really seriously on the one day where they bring the drug can at the country. So we'll be able to rehabilitate 40.
Okay.
Finally, we'll pull. And then self recount them stories, then, you know, now be a really spectacular.
Looking at the widespread of COVID, I beg, I'm sorry, the issue of Kush, now the country, 40 for government rehabilitation center. You think that they enough?
Well, I'll tell you now, a journey of 1,000 miles, it starts with a step. Then why we don't come also. Waiting we don't decide for them. They are going to be the ambassadors. People then all over the world where they deal with drug addicts, and I hope say Sierra Leoneans they know say this drug business to salon no more. Even advanced countries then they panel. The neighboring countries then they panel. Liberia first now then declare a state of emergency. I want to know that. So waiting will they try for talk. The younger people, peer influence, they're able for engage them, their peers them more. So this team we don't come also. Now one of the plan down the way government get for able for see how they go engage the communities. And also somebody be they talk about the one that way they sell now the community or where they bring. These people know them. So one of the things where they work with them now for support for able for identify who say them people are the way they sell or where they can with them, because government really serious for fighting.
When will they get to our next intake into the rehabilitation center, and how much will they talk about when I get plan for take back?
Well, as I say, we get quite a bit we don't can register. Mostly we are looking at university students we don't drop off and school picking them in the SS and then Boku. Then also the number don't swell to like 200 of that day and other one day.
Why limit to students at university when somebody will say they are Australians?
They are Australians, but as they try for talk, like how you say no more. You know, say even as I speak now, my deputy minister be don't go now the provinces this weekend. They try for we don't they locate place then Abo, Kailan and then other even the north. You know, for able forget center for this same facility. So it not go for be concentrated no more na Freetown na Yaso. So some of them go na upline, then go get for treatment.
Madam Minister.
But then that also gets in young waiting self will get for train social workers, then give them quick waiting self where then go able go for give the same support where then they give na Yaso. So then one year now we big champions then we get for support we in this community engagement.
So is it that this rehabilitation center now for just go feed them and then tell them say they do well? What about the mindset? So when they go back in a society, peer application group not going to influence them again. Because the mindset can get key role for play for change people's attitude and behavior.
One of the rehabilitated person when I would champion, he talking at the hall. He say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Everybody holler. Waiting that means not that they want to be engaged. Once he able to put that thought themselves, you know say this is ready. Okay. And what you will do at the center, every day when they get a counseling and therapeutic support, the social worker then they ask her, after, waiting are you life after the rehab center, what you want for do? Okay. So most of them, how we able for even try for connecting to the different ministries and departments there. Now based on the information where they don't give. So man say, I want to go back college. So man say, I want to go back school.
I want to believe that.
So, why we not for believe if they support them for go through that? We believe them, of course.
Okay.
And we don't try for link them up. Like the Minister of Higher Education, the Minister of Basic Education, they all get the list now as I speak to you. We don't work on the list of the one that we say they want to go back school, the one that will go back college. Then different ministers then get the list there now. Okay. Even some that they will want to join soldier. Some that they will want to go do mechanic work. You understand, eh?
Okay.
Some the TV, they want to go na technical, vocational. So they all, we get the database of where you want to go and what you want to do. The government in your role now, through the other line ministries, now how to take this on.
Okay.
But also, more importantly, now how would they use their time, since they now don't come out, and they're ready for help with facts. Then talk and boku tell. they're ready for help with fet this fet. How are we going to engage them? One thing we need to do, even Tuesday, they are coming to the office. Because I don't want to give them one chance. They are going to be coming to the office, then before they come for the next 1 month back, before they even settle in, for they can register every day. Let us see how they go. If you lost 2-3 days, we will not see you. The social worker, the sabusa, they go for them. You know, so you have to keep at it. We not they left the normal. No. But Tuesday, tomorrow, they come.
Okay.
Office to me.
We come over to Mr. Mohammed Ba, founder and executive director healthcare for the aged. The way forward on addressing the issue of kush and other drug them in the country. What do you think the government for begin to swiftly, even though they don't make a public declaration on state of health emergency, and also they don't appoint different people, but aside that, waiting next will really begin to let people know say this is a serious matter and government will act on it.
Yeah, first and foremost, let them take it to community level. Let the community own this fight. If the community own the fight, I think it will be very, very good. And also in previous statement, I don't know if a mistake or waiting or people and take out of context. I say if the government not tackle this kush business now, it will kill past the corona and Ebola combined. So we ask government, let government put more resource and let community owner. If the community owner, I believe say that it will be the best.
And what you will say to young people, especially the one they will not be victim yet, but they among peer pressure.
Well,
they get a tendency for really make them be a victim.
Well, waiting me always they say try for engage yourself, because if you engage yourself, then they go pull you out from some certain problem. Them and also not keep paddy way, the smoke kush. Get paddy way at least way they do other thing, at least when I go they discuss, but another thing. Then also let government put more money so that, because the kush fights a very, very big one.
Thank you very much for joining me in today's edition of the program. Mohammed Esba, medical expert, for the program for help we in today's discussion. We look at the Rehabilitation Center government launched this BNT. And we come to the minister, your message to young people on the fight against kush. Quick one.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to, before I talk to the young people, then let's really understand, no say the government committed for the fight. His Excellency the President from day one, he don't form a ministerial committee and we don't begin run, but he be team and fit say if we declare a state of emergency so that it will give we more strength and focus go there even in the mobilization of resources for able fight and like how my brother and when all the talk no more, not an easy fight. Okay. So we deepen and the commitments it did. I want to let people they know that. And secondly, to the young people them, the governments get plans and programs for young people in this country. The young people then are the most valued assets and are the face of the future. If you watch even inside the cabinet, young people then, now them bokude and the government want let young people then know say then get space in governance and therefore let them engage themselves in meaningful something where the opportunities where government don't make now with the 5 big game changers, let them make sure say they locate or situate themselves inside it rather than for go fall peer pressure or for go deep and drug. You lost your life, it's not good. You they affect yourself and you they affect the community and the country.
Please thank you for joining me in today's edition of the program. Minister for Social Welfare, Melrose Committee. Meeting inside the program, they talk about government rehabilitation center and how far they don't go for rehab people who they addicted by kush.